ever find yourself like by the water watching these sailboats like battling it out and you're like, hold on, how do they even know what's legal out there? I mean, it looks kind of chaotic, right?
Right.
Well, today we're diving deep into that world with the racing rules of sailing. And let me tell you, these rules, they're not just for like the pros, okay? They actually say a lot about how we navigate shared spaces, like literally on the water, but also just like life lessons in here.
It's so true. This isn't just some like little pamphlet. This thing, published by World Sailing, it governs every single sailboat and sailboard race on the planet and they update it every 4 years.
Every 4 years, so they're really on top of it.
Oh, yeah. They mean business.
All right, well, we should probably dive right in then. We're starting with part 1, fundamental rules. And honestly, for being about serious competition, some of this stuff really hit home for me.
Yeah, these are like the foundational principles. Like take Rule 1.1, right? Helping those in danger. It's not just about being a good sport. It's this deep commitment to safety.
Okay.
You know, I remember this one race, I think it was off the coast of Italy.
Okay, yeah.
The winds were insane that day.
Yeah.
Boats practically airborne. And one capsized, mast completely under. Every single boat, even ones gunning for the podium, they stopped, adjusted course, and went to help.
Wow, so they're really living that rule.
Oh, yeah. Lives before trophies every time.
That's intense. And speaking of being prepared, I gotta say, I was struck by Rule 1.2. It's super detailed about equipment, so it's not just about having a boat that can, handle the sea. Why so much focus on what you bring to the race?
Because it's about this crucial balance. You've got the rules specific to your boat, right? And then you've got this overarching responsibility as a sailor. So let's say you've prepped your sails for a certain wind, right? And then, bam, the weather throws a curveball. Gale force winds out of nowhere.
Oh, no.
Rule 1.2 means you better be ready for that. Have the right gear, know how to use it.
Yeah.
Even if it means you're not going to win.
Because your safety comes first.
Always. That's a true mark of a skilled sailor.
It's that ability to adapt, for sure. Okay, so let's shift gears now. We're going from like the concrete stuff to something more, abstract. Rule 2, fair sailing. I gotta ask, is there like a sportsmanship referee hidden out there in the water? How does this actually work?
Honestly, this rule, it's the heart of the sport, ethically. And if you violate it, big trouble. We're not talking time penalty here. This is a non-excludable disqualification.
Oh, wow. So that's it. You're out.
Done. No chance of getting back in, even if whatever you didn't directly change who won.
So it's more about the principle.
Exactly. It's about protecting the integrity of the whole thing. This idea that we're all playing by the same ethical playbook.
It's like even if you could get away with it, you shouldn't, because it like cheapens the whole sport.
100%.
Okay, on to Rule 3. This one got a little philosophical for me. Decision to race. Is there ever a time when a boat is out there on the water, but they're not actually racing?
You'd be surprised. Because the RRS, they define racing very precisely. Like from that warning signal to the finish, even retiring, or if the race committee has to step in. So you could be out there practicing, enjoying the day, but the second that signal goes off, boom, you're racing.
So it's like a switch flips.
Exactly. And knowing when that switch is flipped is key, because then you know which rules apply and when.
Which brings us to something I kind of skimmed over before, but now I'm like, wait, this is important, the definitions section. Because we've been using all these terms, right? And we're assuming we all know what they mean. But the RRS, it's like they have their own dictionary.
Absolutely. And this isn't just about being nitpicky with words, okay? Like, remember how Rule 3 is all about when the race starts, that precise moment.
Right. Yeah.
The definitions section, it clarifies what start even means, because there are signals, scenarios. It's like learning a whole new language, and that language adds this like extra layer of understanding to everything.
So it's more nuanced than you might think.
Way more.
Wow, this has been eye-opening. Like I came in thinking we'd be dissecting, technicalities, but it's more like we're uncovering these values, these principles that make sailing what it is,
100%. Safety, fairness, respect for the sport, for your fellow competitors.
It makes you think. Could we apply those same ideas outside of sailing?
Yeah.
Something to think about. Thanks to you, our awesome listeners, for joining this deep dive with us. We'll catch you next time.